Same thing with guys. We need them to be sensitive. They're dealing with health care, they're dealing with education. They have to be sensitive to all the social issues, but not too much, because otherwise we run into Ann Coulter and her ilk. So tell me what you think about this.
Well, first of all, I think it's great that we're discussing this and looking at it through this. By the way, you're not a hostess, you're a dominatrix.
Oh, good!
I think that, and it's all in the language, you know. I mean, it's all in the language we use. That's why I'm being facetious. But I also think it's about hair. I mean, John Edwards' campaign at the moment, there's a lot of talk about his hair, and you know the famous YouTube thing where he's fixing his hair, and you know it's sort of the feminization of a man who is obviously not effeminate, and who cares if he is, and you know it's either here nor there. I agree with you that I think that we have this need for this androgyny. I mean, it's almost an intuitive, instinctive need that we're drawn to people who have the full spectrum of qualities. Leadership, ferocity, and on the other hand can be it's you know, it's mommy and daddy. We want that president to be both on some level, but we're going to use those things that could be construed as homosexual or deviant in some way against that person. I mean, Ann Coulter is the classic example of taking that comment, which, you know, we haven't heard much national conversation about her using that word, although we've certainly heard some national conversation about other things, which we should. But, you know, nobody was up in arms about that, and that was a pretty devastating attack, you know, to someone who really did not deserve it. Mm-hmm. I mean, I also think that it's like, what do we identify with about this person? You know, I do identify with John Edwards' softness. You know, I think his gentility is something I plug into. With Hillary, it's not dykiness that makes me nervous. It's just coldness that makes me a little, you know, that I can't get beyond. I mean, I know she's smart, I know all that, but there's just something, and I'm just being honest about it. You know, I can't plug in. I mean, Barack seems to have some natural combination of all of the above, and of course he's, you know, he's not the one who's being targeted in the way that Hillary has been targeted for years and years and years and years and years and years and years, and they're not going to let up on his, you know. I frankly think it's a good idea he spent $400 on his hair.
But you know.